That's just a taste of some of the stuff we're going to bring you today. Hi everybody, I'm Nancy Lou. So glad you're with us, and we are coming to you today from one of the sweetest places in Chicagoland. We're about an hour north of the city at a place called Nielsen Massey. They produce probably the finest vanilla extract you can find, and by the end of today's show, you too may be a vanilla snob. I wish you had web smell-o-vision, because the smell from here is so sweet. We have an incredible show to bring you today, lots of holiday goodies and surprises, and we have a live audience. You can't see them, but maybe you can hear them right now. So much fun. And we have a new member of the team, a Chicagonista, David Grotto. You're going to meet him soon, but let's get things rolling. Welcome to Chicagonista Live. And we're joined with the usual Chicagonistas, MJ, Beth, Duong, and look at this! We have a Chicagonista. This is David Grotto, everybody.
Yeah, but David, is it, you brought this up, is it a Chicagonista or Chicagonista? I mean, we're all very confused.
Or just
here.
a Chicago guy.
Whatever it takes. You know, I'm used to being around a lot of women. I've got 3 daughters, my wife, my dogs and cats are even female at home. So whatever way you say I should roll, that's the way it goes.
A lot of estrogen.
Fit right in. You fit right in.
Tell us a little bit about you, for those who don't know you.
Absolutely. So I'll talk about the Chicagonista connection. I'm a local guy here in Chicago. I'm a dietitian by profession. Wrote a book called The Best Things You Could Eat. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. It's a great Christmas book. But I had the honor of meeting MJ at a California Strawberry Commission immersion, which was absolutely fantastic.
A couple of years ago, actually, right?
A couple of years ago, we broke strawberries, ate strawberries together, and we had it all over our faces. We said, hey,
we're in Monterey.
Absolutely.
It was a blast.
And we became besties, you know, so.
That's right.
Besties.
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 I got daughters, teenage daughters, you can tell. Now we're taking a selfie later.
It's great to have you be part of the Chicagonista Live team. And as always, hashtag Chicagonista Live. Tweet along with us. We are all on Twitter. Interact. We've got great bloggers here today, and they're going to be playing along too.
Not only to mention that, we have had a full afternoon. You're going to be seeing a lot more about Nielsen Massey vanilla, but I want to give a special thanks and shout out to all of you guys. Give yourselves a hand to all of the bloggers. We were fed today, and I want to say it right, but David, you got to help me. Is it Innovasi?
Innovasi.
It was a voice from outside.
Innovasi.
And Chef John DeRosier was here himself serving some polenta and wonderful, wonderful food. Was the food outstanding? Sandwiches. He has Wisma. They carry their products. He also has a restaurant in Avase.
You got it.
here in Lake Bluff, so I wanted to thank him. We want to thank all of the sponsors. So we have drinks we're going to be sharing with you today. Everybody here is going to get to try some. We have food we're going to be sharing with you, and sweets, and I don't even know what I'm missing.
Oh my God, it's just so much stuff. I mean, again, for our blogger friends, our social media friends, we're so appreciative that they're here and we're able to share with them all this great finds. But, you know, before we go forward, we always talk about Chicago. And so there's a lot of things that's happening in Chicago right now. And Beth and I were able to go to all those media events. I wanted to mention quite a few. Icebreaker, there's a new store in Icebreaker right on Walton. It's a new store that had merino wool. This is perfect timing because it's cold outside.
It's freezing in Chicago.
It's freezing, but it's a New Zealand company that's the first one in the Midwest. They have some in New York, but it's called Icebreaker. You need to check that out.
I want to mention something real quick about Icebreaker. So I have 2 sons that are going to study abroad. They sell a t-shirt there that you can wear. He told me you can wear it for like 2 weeks straight without having to wash it.
Vanilla scent?
Maybe they should add some vanilla.
Right?
But it soaks and absorbs all the odors. Maybe it has Febreze or something built into it. But if you go to their website, there's a guy who traveled China, which we'll have to talk about. And for 2 months, was it 3 months?
3
He only
months.
brought 3 t-shirts.
And
Wait
it
a
was
minute,
fine.
Where did the odors go?
I know. You're just going to have to pretend that you've been wearing it for 3 months. I'll have a little hard time with that, but that's what they're claiming.
I think we need a guy confession. Have you ever gone 2 weeks
Without
a shirt?
Maybe the next show we'll talk about that.
Okay, but here's another one. So Vineyard Vines is a new one. It's right on Michigan Avenue, and it's like a preppy men's clothing store that you guys have to check out. And then there's one last one. Beth and I went to this $8,500 cocktail.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
$8,500 cocktail at the Peninsula. So if you're still shopping, maying letting
Just
your
stop
husband
in
know.
for
$8,500.
Yeah.
So
Right.
what it is, there's an emerald sapphire ring inside, which is with champagne, Grand Marnier, and doused in chocolate and berries. So it's $8,500. It's a lot of money, but it's a Peninsula. If you're still shopping, you can go for that.
So it's a glass of champagne
Yeah.
with a side of sapphire.
Yeah,
exactly.
And of course, the Disney. You guys have heard of the Disney, have you? So Mr. Disney himself was actually born in Chicago, and a couple from LA bought his birth house in northwest
And they're
of
renovating.
Chicago,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a museum now.
Oh, neat.
So
Yeah.
very, very
Wow.
interesting.
Well, lots happening in Chicago. It's a most wonderful time of the
Yes.
year, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So
The magnificent
keep
Mile.
tweeting.
All
Oh, it's lit up. If you
It's
guys have
beautiful.
not been to Chicago, actually, I walked that parade. I know you guys were
Oh
there.
my God, it was-
Talk about cold. That was a cold
That was
night.
a cool parade. I mean,
Yes.
Nielsen Massey.
Not as cold as it is today.
Oh, I don't
think
know.
everybody's
It's colder
talking about the
today.
cold in Chicago today. It was 6 below when I left my house.
So
this
grab your
morning.
coffee, grab your hot cocoa, tune in live, tweet with us,
And we have national bloggers.
Yes,
Yes.
let's mention that.
Yeah.
So we have national bloggers that are watching right now, and they're tweeting like crazy. Thank you so much. From California to Ohio to New York, we have tons of entries that we
Minnesota,
saw. They're also going to win a $200 Nielsen Massey basket. So
Nice.
they've been tweeting pictures and their recipes. So we will share with you guys the winner later on
And
that.
today you're going to learn so much about vanilla extract. I'm so enlightened after our tour here.
Yes.
And I think I'll never again buy a lower grade vanilla.
I'm going home and
after
throwing my
today.
imitation vanilla away.
Right.
Oh my
You will
gosh.
hear more about that coming up. But all this weather, the smell, it makes you want to bake. And let's mention, the recipes that national bloggers, we've had them sharing their favorite recipes with us. They are cooking up a storm all across the country, baking up a storm, bloggers from around the nation. They've been sending their recipes
They've been tweeting
for
along.
today's
So
show.
you hashtag Chicagonista Live. Obviously, you could pull those up. So very, very exciting.
And so we had the opportunity a couple weeks ago to tour Nielsen Massey. You guys just toured it right now. Let's take a look at the video of when MJ and I toured, and we're going to bring in one of the Masseys for you to meet. One of the Nielsens, oh my gosh, to meet right now.
Nelsons. It's a
Yeah,
beautiful
Beth,
thing.
and I can't forget her first name, it's Beth.
So here's the
the
video.
video. MJ and I are here at Nielsen Massey, and we're so excited because we have the opportunity to talk to a real professional chef. Thank you so much. Tell us your name and who you are and where you're from.
Okay. My name is Joel Reno, and I'm an instructor at the French Pastry School in downtown Chicago.
And what does that mean, you're an instructor? What are you teaching your students?
At the school, we have a 24-week art de patisserie program, so we teach a wide variety of classes. Sugar candies, chocolate work, chocolate sculptures, ice cream classes, cakes, wedding cakes, all kinds of really beautiful pastries.
And what are you doing here today at Nielsen Massey?
Nielsen Massey is a sponsor of the school. We have a very close relationship with them, friends of the school, so we're just here supporting them and showing the students what we can do with their products, how we can take their flavorings and work them into unique and flavorful desserts.
And what do you have in store? What are you making today and demonstrating?
We are going to use their rose water, so we're going to make a raspberry lychee rose macaroon, okay? And then we're going to make kind of a savory type dessert. We're going to make a dessert with caramel poached apples, saffron yogurt, and sesame.
So how important or how much is it going to affect the taste of the dish? We are at Nielsen Massey today. The quality of the vanilla paste that you're using, how much a difference does that make?
It makes a very big difference. You know, they have a few different types of vanilla beans here. They have Madagascar beans, they have Mexican vanilla beans, they have Tahitian vanilla beans. And all of these beans have unique characteristics. They have different flavor profiles, different reactions to how they're cooked. Some are more finishing, some are more for cooking, you know. Some have more delicate flavors, some of them have, you know, fruit notes and stuff like that. So it makes a big difference. My name is Joel Reno. I'm an instructor at the French Pastry School in Chicago. You can find me at the French Pastry School website. I think my email is jreno@frenchpastryschool.com.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's get cooking. Let's start. Come on.
All right, Beth, scoot over, and I'm joined by Beth. Beth Nielsen, thank you so much for being with us on Chicagonista Live and for having our show and our wonderful bloggers here today.
Yes.
Tell us, I mean, we've gotten the tour. They had the real tour like a few weeks ago. I learned so much about vanilla. And what is it about the Nielsen Massey vanilla that is a grade above the rest?
Thank you. We would also say that humbly, very humbly. I think one of the main reasons is our process. We have a cold extraction process, and for those of you who know something about olive oil, cold pressed olive oil is usually a higher quality than using heat or pressure. So it's kind of the same philosophy with vanilla that we truly believe, and back to our grandfather's time, that you get a much higher quality product. There's amazingly 250 to 300 different flavor components in one single vanilla bean. And by adding heat or pressure, you make those go down. So by using a cold process, we maintain all of that complexity.
So where did that crazy saying, plain as vanilla, ever came from? I mean, that's
Which we hear you don't like that saying.
No. I much rather like that we are Mother Nature's natural MSG. Because we're not just a flavor, we're a flavor enhancer.
Aha! Okay. I earlier heard that vanilla is used in some savory recipes.
Absolutely.
That's surprising to hear. What would you put vanilla in?
Everything.
That's the company line. Come on. Like in a beef dish, would you put it? Come on.
Yeah. I actually did something for the San Francisco Professional Food Society, and I used Tahitian vanilla with a seared flank steak.
Ooh.
So, which was
really good.
quite delicious.
You have to tell us the difference between Tahitian, Madagascar, and Mexican vanilla, because there are distinct differences.
Absolutely. I mean, it's just like wine. Where it grows, it's going to absorb what is in the earth and what is cultivated in that area. So, for instance, Mexican, you think of spice and chocolate initially was in Mexico as well. So anytime, I mean, you'll smell the Mexican and you'll get that spice note. And so then it's also like with wine, you want to pair it with those similar ingredients. And then Tahitian is, you know, think of Tahiti. I've never been there. I'm trying to start a, you know, I think my brother.
The company should send you.
We need to go soon.
Yeah.
Sign us up.
Yes, exactly. I'll let you guys know. But I hear it has, you know, tropical flowers and fruits, and so you'll get that same note out of a Tahitian. It's much more floral, much fruitier, sweeter. Any pastry chef will probably say that's their favorite one.
Okay. Now I know that Nielsen Massey is used in a lot of products that we may not know about, but you're also retail. Where can we find your products retail? Because you don't find it at a typical grocery store.
No, it's in the more gourmet food, specialty food grocery stores and food stores. It can be in a mom and pop shop in the middle of Iowa. The easiest way is to look on our website, nielsenmassey.com, and you can do a whole search for your zip code, but some of the big stores are Williams-Sonoma, Sur La Table, Whole Foods, various ones, just, you know, and in this area in Chicago, Sunset carries almost our entire line, Fresh Market, so it's quite available.
Now, because that is a higher end grocery store, it is a higher price point. I guess, what's the big sell? Why should we be vanilla snobs?
Well, two reasons. One, a lesser vanilla that's sold in an average grocery store is actually more expensive than ours.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
And why is that?
I'm sorry?
Why is that?
There's a couple of reasons in the industry when prices went up, and they didn't bring them down like we did when the raw materials went down. So I don't know, I don't work for their
So it's
company.
kind of like listening to Vanilla Ice. Hip-hop. Right? Okay.
It's a fake vanilla.
Fake vanilla.
Exactly. Or Milli Vanilli, you know.
Yes!
Milli Vanilli.
Nice.
We are sitting in an awesome kitchen studio space. What is up with this?
Well, this, we did an expansion, just finished it a little bit over a year ago, and we decided to put in a studio demo kitchen so we can have ladies and gentlemen like you here and all of you, and we do a lot of demos here. We'll have chefs come in. If you go on our website, there's a little snippet of a celebrity chef from London who did a demo here. We've done some others. And then the back is a commercial kitchen that can kind of back up any demo that's going on, but then we also have it available for customers and especially startups who are in the area. There isn't really a commercial kitchen up here. So if they want, you know, to have all the fancy equipment that we can afford and they can't to a startup, then they can rent it out. So,
are there classes that people can come up and take? Or?
We are starting to probably get into that as well.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
Nancy, I actually learned something very interesting about vanilla. So besides the sweet and savory, my wife works as an MRI recovery nurse, and I heard that vanilla is very good for helping to relieve anxiety. So if you're like worried about being a stuffed sausage in an MRI,
Yeah.
Can't you tell how mellow I am?
you are so mellow.
I'm really relaxed.
We just need a bed now. And how much of your products are used in aromatherapy and perfumes? I heard that vanilla is actually a common scent in perfumes.
Most times it's not pure though. It's not. It's usually an imitation.
Okay.
But there are some companies, and especially now with everything moving a little bit more towards pure and natural, thankfully, that there are a lot more out there who are using, and particularly ours. I use it too in my. I mean, I have
Just
a sugar
dab
scrub.
the vanilla
I have scrubs.
I
and-
just
Like a
learned.
snack for later.
Yeah. I just learned something from Matt when I was touring. I said, you know, sometimes vanilla can be very strong. I walked back there and I expected it to be like, you know,
Overwhelming,
It was
yeah.
so
Nice.
faint. It was just beautiful, and I want that smell. I want that replicated in my home. And he said that actually you can take the vanilla and put it on your light bulb, and the heat will send off the smell. Or the vanilla stick you keep in your car. So it's got to be the quality, the high grade, and the pure that makes it.
Even the bathrooms smell like vanilla.
Oh my God. I don't know. I might go home and smell like vanilla.
Now, David had an interesting question he brought up online. Are men or women more attracted to the scent of vanilla? What is it about the scent of vanilla?
Some people do call it an aphrodisiac, which David and I were talking about earlier. But I think it's one of those things, and whenever I've sold a house, I make this little brew with some vanilla, just simmer it. and then right before someone's coming for a showing, I shove it in the oven because they're not going to look in your oven, you know. Not
Instead of apple pie, because everybody's saying, you know, real estate brokers, they always put a fresh apple pie in the oven, but you're saying
yeah,
vanilla.
I just do like vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon or nutmeg or
So
something.
they buy the house and then ask you for a date.
Exactly.
I'd be wrong. You're married.
Oh, that's a good tip.
That's a very good tip.
Fascinating
Oh my goodness.
stuff.
All right, well, I'm sorry, guys.
Uh-oh.
Who knows?
I am sitting here, in about 3 seconds, you're gonna see why. How can we talk about vanilla and not want to taste,
Yeah.
sample,
True.
have some cake? So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go ahead and have some cake.
All right.
Is that okay with you?
Let
We
them.
sample some of this vanilla, and I just want a little taste of it, so.
Yeah, everything in moderation. though.
Everything in moderation. So you guys go over and you get ready to talk to the bakers.
If we have to. Sure.
And
And thank you, Beth.
we can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much.
I'm so enlightened, seriously, about vanilla, and I hope our audience is too, and those of you out in the web world. I mean, thank you. It's been truly, I don't know, educational today.
I'll sing the whole song, Tears Will Be Flowing.
So I see that you brought some scrumptious, delicious
We did,
flavors.
I'm gonna try not to push you
Yes,
off the ledge here.
please tell us.
We have our winter snowflake cake, and I believe that has yellow cake inside, vanilla. Isn't that pretty?
Beautiful Tiffany
Yeah,
blue.
it is. It's a really nice centerpiece for your holiday table. And then in the background here, we have our bûche de Noël, also known as a Yule log. And we have our little Santa going up the ladder so that he can go eat the little meringue mushroom at top there. We've got our peppermint fantasy cake, which is 2 layers of our chocolate cake with peppermint buttercream made with, of course, Nielsen Massey peppermint. Of course, why not? Our cherry pie, which we put a hint of their almond extract and a little bit of their vanilla into. And then we also have this big surprise cake.
Wow.
We'll just have to see when we open it.
I can't wait.
I'm really not sure what's going to happen.
I can't wait.
We'll see.
So if you're trying to watch your figure a little bit, so did this have a little small piece, what would you say, about that big maybe for me? Or?
Well, right, and you could just get on the treadmill and eat at the same time.
Excellent. Awesome.
That doesn't hurt. So. And then otherwise we
Those
have
are
our
nice.
little cookies and ginger, little cake
These are
pops.
so cute.
Aren't those
Did you
cute?
see those?
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, a lot
nice.
of times people don't have cake holders or cake pop holders, so we always say, you know, just be creative.
Yeah.
Find something. Could always do a big bucket of coal.
That would be a great schoolroom treat. For
Absolutely, the kids will love those.
Yeah.
So Liz is from Bent Fork Bakery in Highwood, and it is our family's go-to place
Okay.
for baked goods. So when we have here at the company, when we have birthdays, we get all of our cakes and cupcakes from them, and from my family, it's certainly our favorite to go to. My wife, if she knows that I'm going to pick up a birthday cake for the company, I can't walk out of there without bringing something home. They have the best stuff.
Tell us again where Bent Fork Bakery is.
We are in Highwood.
Highwood?
Yep, right on the main drag by all the restaurants. And if you don't know where Highwood is, it's in between Lake Forest and Harmony.
Okay.
Worth the drive.
Little town.
Very good.
That's awesome.
So our audience is sampling.
Peppermint fantasy cake.
Yes. How is it? How is it, guys?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I'm here in the audience. Is this live? I'm on. Yes. Even if you can't, I'm loud enough. So I want to talk, here, can I just have a little taste of this?
That fork should be bent.
Wow, it's awesome. I need a bigger piece than that. Please tell us who you are and what you're sampling, and tell us who your blog is.
I'm Teresa Carter with The Local Tourist, and it's a chocolate peppermint cake. This is delicious.
Ooh, we have a lot more food, and let me say hello to you here. Thank you for joining us today. Give us where people can find you and who you are.
I'm Angel Oakley, and you can find me at Angel Oakley on Twitter and Facebook. And I am here enjoying all of the wonderful food, although unfortunately, because I'm gluten-free, I can't have any of the cake.
But there is good news about Nielsen Massey vanilla. Is it gluten-free?
Yes.
Yes.
I was also very, very excited to hear that they have organic options and also GMO-free, and they do have it in glass jars, so it's a great company to support when you're socially conscious.
Wow, you paid attention, and we'll say hello to one other person. Hi, welcome. Thank you for coming to the show.
Hi, Beth. I'm Barbara Rusconi. My blog is wiredprworks.com, and I love this cake. I love how there's the crunchy, creamy filling and the just right frosting on top. It's just so fun to be here.
Well, thank you, everybody. And as you guys know, we have the national contest going on where we had bakers from around the country, submitting recipes and ideas, and then we had our local bakers submitting recipes and ideas. But I'm here with Matt, and Matt, tell us a little bit, because you actually do a national pastry challenge. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Nielsen Massey is involved in a number of different pastry competitions. We feel it's really important to support the industry and support the pastry chefs and give them an opportunity to both challenge themselves in a competition as well as make sure that they're continuing to build their skills for those things. So locally here in Chicago, there's a competition called the Chicago Pastry Chef Restaurant Competition, and it's made up of pastry chefs specifically that work in restaurants. This is the third year that it's happened. They're going to release their trailer online on December 16th. It's put on by Julie and Jimmy McMillan from JM Pure Pastry, the local pastry chefs here to Chicago. So they're going to start the trailer December 16th, and then we'll see all the episodes online between January and April until we actually see who won the competition.
So it's really like your own reality pastry show.
It is. And Nielsen Massey is just one of the sponsors. Obviously, there's a number of sponsors, but the event itself is closed to the public, but it's so amazing to be there and to see what the chefs are doing. They're always pushing the envelope, particularly in competition, to try and do new things and come up with new flavor competitions or new showpieces, whatever it may be. And it's an amazing experience for us to see people do these things.
Would you ever enter that? Do you do pastries at all?
Well, you know, we do pastries. We have some really talented girls that work with us, but you know me a little bit, and Matt and Craig know me. They invited us to do Cupcake Wars, and I'm pretty convinced that I would be the villain. So that is why I don't do it. But, you know, you might twist my arm. I might do something like that or get the girls to do it. It would be fun.
Well, I think do we have the trailer of the pastry competition that we can see a little bit of that? All right, well, we're going to see that right now. Thank you so much.
So I love that there's local businesses in the area that we're featuring here today, but the good part is for those of you who have been following over the months, we've been doing this segment called GPS. So we have a financial segment that we do every month, and you know, I know we're having all of this fun, food and everything, but we have to face reality. As a local business owner myself, there's so many things that you need to learn when running your business. And so we have Atrium advisors that do the segment for us. We have the worksheets online, so if you look at Chicagonista Live/GPS, you will see a segment of every single month that we do and follow through. So this month's portion is called Accelerating Your Finance. So this time we're talking about IRAs and stock. So if you follow along, we have the video for you coming up. So this is the end of the year. Just remember, 2014 is coming. Really time to look into your finances. So here's a video for GPS.
Hi, I'm Dan Walks. Join me on my new series, Setting Up Your GPS and Discovering Your True Wealth on Chicagonista Live. Hello, I'm Dan Walks, and I have been educating, empowering, and guiding my clients to build their financial nest egg and security for over 20 years. During our last session, we spoke about picking the financial planner or advisor who's going to help you with your money and earn your trust and guide you towards your destination of GPS, growth, prosperity, and success. Today, we're going to talk about what investments are right for you. This is a tough question because everyone's situation is unique. Their goals and dreams are different. So you need to work with someone that can ask you the right questions and design strategies that are going to help you along your journey to your financial success. To discover your financial personality type, download the worksheet at Chicagonista Live GPS page. This will make it clear and help guide you to the investments that may be right for you. You'll need to understand your risk tolerance as well as your time horizon. The first step is being educated and knowing how to use these different investment tools, which may include 401k plans, IRAs, investment accounts, life insurance policies, mutual funds, stocks, and bonds. The second step is looking at how you are creating guaranteed income for the rest of your life. What are your current options? If you're an entrepreneur, what are the current retirement programs that are available to you? There are many different plans available, and making the right decision can have a huge impact for your future destiny. Are you able to invest into a 401k plan? Are you contributing with before or after tax dollars? These guideposts and knowing how to navigate is very important. Go to our website and we will show you the different opportunities that you have as an entrepreneur or as an employee to maximize your retirement benefits. The fact is that this is your money, and the ability to have the right plan is critical to empower you in your destination. Please refer to our website because we have many resources that can help educate and guide you to choose what are the right investments for you. Our aim is to help and develop realistic targets and lead you towards your family's secure future. Once you begin to outline your goals and develop a financial roadmap, we can determine where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. For more information, contact me at Atrium Wealth Advisors, where we use holistic wealth planning to steer you in the right direction. Until our next lesson, I'm Dan Walks. Let's set up your secure future together.
David, after all this finance talk, I think I'm ready for a holiday cheer. What about you?
Here's hair on your chest, but that's a guy with, never mind.
3 girls, yes. So this is Sonia with North Shore Distillery, and she's here, and she's the one that's made you all that fabulous holiday cocktail.
How do you like it? Good stuff.
So Sonia's going to share a little bit about North Shore Distillery, what she is making, and the ingredients involved. And listen, one of my favorite things around the holiday is to create that ambiance, and I'm going to add this to my little holiday ambiance.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for having me. North Shore Distillery is the first craft distillery in Illinois. We actually hand make spirits. We have a pot still. Her name is Ethel. She is her own person on Twitter and Facebook, if anyone's on there, but you can come visit her. She's a little sassy.
Nice.
She gets bored in the warehouse, yeah. So, but the cocktail we're drinking tonight, we call it Eden's Prayer. So it has a wonderful spirit that we make with beans from our friends at Nielsen Massey. They actually taught us all about vanilla. We didn't know anything about it until we met them. They let us experiment with all the different kinds of vanilla that they work with. And we actually infuse a vodka with Tahitian vanilla beans. So they've got this creamy floral quality that you find, and it comes through really nicely in this cocktail. So the cocktail has 1.5 ounces of the Tahitian vanilla vodka. Measure that out.
Would never have thought to put vanilla in cocktail.
Yeah, no, and it's, most flavor vodkas, just like we've learned on the tour today, are flavored with something that's not the actual ingredient. It's a lab-made flavoring. So it makes a huge difference when you use a real thing. And so using those real vanilla beans gives this really rich, true character, and we capture that unique property of the Tahitian vanilla in the spirit.
Well, so Beth was right. Yeah. Beth Nielsen was right. Put vanilla in everything.
Absolutely. It's delicious. And so you should get that vanilla coming through in the cocktail with that little bit of pomegranate. So this is just some fresh lime juice I'm putting in now. Then I need a little bit of orange liqueur, which is something that we make at the distillery so we can make cocktails. We actually have a little cocktail bar at our distillery, so people can come visit. We'll do a distillery tour there and walk people through the process of making spirits also.
So are you drinking all day at work?
People often think that. We drink small amounts, you know, someone's got to taste it. It's a rough job.
Getting antioxidants with the pomegranate.
Absolutely.
That's like a big trend now, right? Just kind of using healthy ingredients.
In the aromatherapy of the vanilla, I just learned that it reduces anxiety.
Calms you, yeah. Good stuff.
And you're going to work out from too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It'll all work.
It's all healthy.
That's awesome. Yeah. You strain it?
Yeah, so strain it, then we've got the great drink ready to go.
All right. Gin, do you shake or stir? Is it like a Bond movie?
It depends on what I'm doing. So on a gin martini, I stir.
Good.
I
So
like
you've
to
learned
be
something
deadly,
about
silky smooth. That's what stirring does for you, is it makes the cocktail very, very silky smooth, and none of those ice chips, none of the aeration that you get from shaking the cocktail, so it changes the texture. I'm a bit of a booze nerd, I can't help it.
Okay.
A booze
nerd, booze snob, will be tweeting with us.
I prefer nerd to snob. I'm a bit of a snob too, I suppose, on the booze. But
Tweet with us, mention Chicagonista live at North NS
Distillery. Yeah.
And you could win this possible gin set. Look at this.
Yeah, so this is a really cool item that we just brought out this year. We called it the history of gin. So it's actually 4 different expressions of gin, showing the evolution of gin as a spirit from the 1600s to today. So the very first bottle is how gin was made in the 1600s, then into the 1700s, 1800s, 1900s. And so there's a little book too that walks you through the whole history, so you can taste your way through the evolution of this delicious spirit. But we love gin. We actually make the highest rated American-made gin.
Really?
Very good. Well, someone's going to win this set, so tweet live, Chicagonista live, and be one of our winners.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Who's ready for another cocktail?
So I'm going to just grab one of these. Can I get one?
Oh, we're sharing.
Absolutely. Sorry, is my butt on camera? But I don't care.
Where's MJ?
Cheers to all of you, to everybody, and we're going to show a video because we actually had an opportunity to spend a couple hours with you and tour the North Shore Distillery, and I want to let you all know that it's open and anybody could go there. I know I felt special until I found out that really anybody could go there at any time and tour, and you can also do tastings there. So take a little bit of a look at MJ and I's time at the distillery. Cheers.
Now that we've introduced some alcohol, we're going to go back to the sweets. This has been quite a show. I'm joined now by Jim Caponari and Craig Nielsen of the Nielsen Company with more vanilla. He's a vanilla pusher. He's among the vanilla pushers.
I am with that, definitely. Everything can use vanilla.
But it's the good stuff that you're using in your ice creams, which have been named by Chicago Magazine as the best ice cream in Chicago. What is it about Caponari ice cream that you think makes it above the rest?
Mainly it's ingredients and the size of batches that we make the ice cream in is a small batch ice cream maker. Our ice cream comes out 4 gallons at a time, not 400 or 4,000. So it's a very time-consuming process to make the ice cream in that small of amount. And that is the main two ingredients, is size and the quality of the products that we use.
I know that when it comes to ice cream, milk fat is a big part of it. How much milk fat are we talking about in your ice cream?
We use a 14% milk fat. It's a little higher than most, but my theory is if you want to eat ice cream, you should exercise or walk to our shop. Just don't drive your car up. It's a neighborhood shop that we have, and that's...
And why do you insist? I mean, how much of his product are you putting into your product?
It's all Nielsen Massey vanilla. When we started out, before we opened up, I tried other vanillas and just didn't really care for them, and the quality of product that Craig handed to us to try was just far and above everyone else out there, and I stuck with it ever since. That's 12 years ago. So.
Okay, as the dealer, which he's the pusher.
I'm not quite
and
sure
the
I
dealer.
like that now.
Yeah. What kind of vanilla is best for an ice cream, and when it comes to the type of vanilla?
A lot of that will depend, as Jim said, on the butter fat percentage, because the butter fat will have a tendency to mask some of the vanilla notes. So you get into a higher fat ice cream, you use some different blends of, say, a Madagascar bourbon and an Indonesian. But the lower the 10, 12% ice creams work very well with Madagascar bourbon. It works the best for that.
Well, tell us what we have here today. Craig has like all kinds of flavor. How many different flavors do you have?
We have, in this right here, we have a black raspberry chip, we have royal bourbon vanilla, and an extremely hot chocolate, all three in one. These are small taster scoops. So it's just a take on...
Okay. We couldn't find a spoon, so I'm going.
There we go.
Thank you. That is really, really tasty. And I love how you can do special packaging. We have to show off this packaging just for Chicagonista Live. But, I mean, you can do this for all
We do this
people.
right now all over the Chicago area. It's called a Party in a Box product. It's for companies that hire us that don't really necessarily want us to bring out all of our huge equipment because they only have 50 people or maybe 100 people. So we have it pre-packaged, we deliver it frozen, and then we set up a whole Sunday bar at their corporation or company, or it could be a family party or a picnic or a wedding. It could be whatever the party entails. And that has become one of our signature catering products right now, is the Party in a Box.
And I understand we have a Party in a Box to give away?
We do. We have a Party in a Box to give away that is here today, and it is underneath someone's lucky chair in the audience. And
So let's turn around. Our bloggers here today, one of you has a golden ticket under your seat. Who has a golden ticket? You are going to have a party. Yeah. She's going to have a party for 20 people then.
Yes.
I guess, so it's basically a Sunday bar?
It is a Sunday bar that we deliver. They will choose the ice cream and the toppings, and then we deliver the product to them. And if it's her 30th birthday, we can put happy 30th birthday and have it on the lid and deliver.
Fantastic. And before we have you leave, Craig, can you tell us about your vanillas around the world?
Well, it's actually something that Jim does in his shop every September. He each weekend he makes a different vanilla ice cream. So one week would be the Madagascar bourbon, next week can be a Mexican, or a Tahitian then, and an Indonesian, and you do a Papua New Guinea also.
Yes.
He does it for their last weeks of their shop that's open. Each weekend he does a different vanilla, so you can go through and do a tasting of the different vanillas of the world.
So when we say plain as vanilla, it doesn't fly with you either.
No. Vanilla goes into everything.
Okay, what's your favorite then?
My favorite is definitely Madagascar vanilla. It's just, I think, the richest vanilla. It makes everything taste better when you use it. But that's probably my favorite. And another reason it's my favorite, I love it with pie. I love cherry pie, and that you put that on a piece of cherry pie, and it's heaven.
Where can we find your ice creams, by the way?
Our ice cream is at our shop, at our retail shop, from March until the end of October, or we do catering 12 months out of the year.
Okay.
Where's your shop?
So, yeah.
And our shop is in Mount Prospect.
Where is it? Okay.
It's in Mount Prospect.
Okay, so it's worth the drive to Mount Prospect to get,
10
I mean, Chicago's best ice cream.
10 South Pine Street in Mount Prospect.
Thank you,
Great
Craig.
place.
All right.
Thank you, Craig, picking up the slack for us.
All right. You're not allowed to go anywhere.
I'm not allowed to go
No,
anywhere.
we need all the Nielsens here. We need Matt, Beth, and I need Liz back from Bedford Bakery. And come on over here because we're staring at this beautiful cake. We have a lot of winners, and we're going to start announcing our winners. But look at this cake, beautiful cake.
I just hit it.
Yeah. Aren't you cutting it?
Oh, you want me to cut it?
Yeah, it's really
You want me to embarrass myself?
Remember the discussion?
So Liz, what kind of cake would this be perfect for? What kind of party or event would this be perfect
This would be perfect for a big corporate party where you're trying to
Wow, that
somebody.
chocolate
Yeah.
sure.
Without a doubt.
Oh, wait,
Or a mother-in-law.
Or just a single serving at Christmas time for somebody by themselves?
Or for a bunch of people that come out to celebrate, and look at what she put on the top. It's a seed for Chicago.
Let's see if we can do this
All right.
and find out what's inside.
Do we have a, so should we mention the national winner right now? As they're cutting this, we wanted to mention that we do have a national blogger, and her name is Stephanie Sanders, if you're watching, or Saunders. She had made vanilla bean honey roasted cherry, and you could tweet her at Kitsch Adventure, so Kitch Adventure. So thank you so much for joining us in the show, as well as turning in your recipe. And so look up her blog and look at her up on Twitter. She's going to have all this information. So thank you so much. And you won a $200 basket from Nielsen Massey. So
Beautiful.
Let's mention who our local baker is. We have a winner
And
today.
then we have a local baker as well. So we mentioned the 5 bloggers and social media friends that we have is also winning a $200 Nielsen Massey vanilla basket, who's going to win $200. And we went through, Beth and I went through it, and the winner is number 4, and that's Teresa Carter.
And then we have lots of other prizes to give away, and I want to check the time.
And then we have one more winner, the gin, the $100 North Shore Distillery. Where's Sonia? Sonia, who's the winner?
Kim Moldowski.
Kim Thank you so much, Kim, for joining us, for everybody that joined. But you know, we gave out all the prizes already, very exciting, but we have another great surprise for you guys. Come on inside, guys. Come on in. So we have a great surprise for you guys. This is the Merry Maskers. Jim is a very good friend of ours, and we contacted him, and we would love for you guys to sing for our friends for Christmas, and they said yes, so we were like really excited. So they have a lot of concerts in the city. Jim, tell us a little bit more about Merry Maskers.
Well, the Merry Maskers is a group of about 30 singers. We go out in quartets and octets wherever we're needed or wanted, and it's all a part of Flora and McIntyre Entertainment, FAME, and you can find the website at famentertainment.net, so FAMentertainment.net. Now, another thing that we do at the Christmas time of year is we have a show called a White Christmas Holiday Concert. Now, we have one performance in the Chicago area this year on Monday, December 16th. Unfortunately, it's sold out. However, we have a contest to give away 2 complimentary tickets. And all you have to do is, this is a bit.ly link, so it's bit.ly/ TLT White Xmas.
White Xmas.
And you can enter, and it's, I can't remember if it's Wednesday or Thursday that the winner's going to be drawn, but all you have to do is Thursday morning, I was just told from the audience.
To make it easy, I think it's being hosted by the local tourist site, right?
Yes.
So if you follow her tweets along, I'm sure she'll tweet you guys.
Absolutely.
Again, so to win, I mean, that's like, I want the ticket. Why are you giving it away here? What are you talking about? But we wanted to say thank you to everybody. Thank you for coming. And so they're going to take it away. Thank you, everybody, all the Chicagonista Live.
And Nielsen Massey, the Massey family.
Thank you. And everybody, thank you so much. And the Merry Maskers, please take it away. Thank you so much.
I'm rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party. Hop-a-doo-wop-wop, mistletoe hung where you can't see. Every pop will try to stop. I'm rocking around the Christmas tree. Let the Christmas spirit ring. Ba-doo-wop-wop, later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. Now you will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck balls with boughs of holly. Holly, 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 holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Ba-doo-wop-wop, everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Now you will get a sentimental feeling when you hear voices singing, let's be jolly, deck balls with boughs of holly. Holly, 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 holly. Rocking around the Christmas tree, have a happy holiday. Ba-doo-wop-wop, everyone dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned rock, around the Christmas tree. Rock around the Christmas tree. Rock around the Christmas tree. Yeah, we're rocking around the Christmas tree. Yeah.
We're offline now. Thank you again, everybody. I think they're going to sing one more.
We need another one. Yeah, we do.
Okay. No? It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10 glistening once again with candy canes and silver lanes aglow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, toys in every store.
But the prettiest sight to see is the holly that will be on your own front door. A pair of hop-along boots and a pistol and shoes, a wish, a party in bed.
Lots of we'll talk and we'll go for a walk, is the hope of jazz and gems.
And Mom and Dad can hardly wait for school to start again. School days, dear old golden rule days. Don't have to study, don't have to go. Look out the window, it's starting to snow. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. There's a tree in the Grand Hotel, one in the park as well, the sturdy kind that doesn't mind the snow.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, soon the bells will start.
And the thing that will make them ring is the carol that you sing right within your heart. Oh, Christmas tree, oh, Christmas tree, it's beginning to feel like Christmas